Well. Hello, YouTube. Another vlog. Busy day today. Busy day. Early start. Um, I've got to thank work because they done me brilliantly yesterday. Because they gave me my 20. I was actually stuck in where I was with very little fuel. They gave me 20 quid sub. I put it in fuel. Got to work today. I've done a 14-hour day, which was great. So I've now got. Well, I'm a bit distracted because I've got the old bug zapper charging up and it's flashing like like Billy. So yeah, so I've done 14 and 22 hours working tomorrow. Yeah, so 30-hour week tomorrow if it's 8-hour days, whatever. So yeah, a vlog about. See, this is what, as silly as it seems, right? I have tried to donate a domain name to a volunteer agency. They haven't got a clue. I've tried to donate a domain name to a food bank, but they don't understand it. At some point, if my domain names get I don't know, it's just that the world is too far behind, stuck in traditional traditional methodology. Yeah. And like the likes of Facebook and Google and Amazon, they're effectively have gone up Everest and come back down, where traditional methodology is still trying to work out how to get over Everest. That's about where we are. And so my domain names are not really recognised as having any value. I was buying domain names in 2014, right at the very start when the new GTLDs come out. Only 10 quid, 20 quid here and there when I had 20 quid, 15, 20 quid. But I was there right at the very start of these new GTLDs. So, and they're starting to materialise other people's domains, but no one ever approaches me for mine. But I would so love to give back to society, and like, if you watched any of my vlogs about universal credit and homelessness and whatever, yeah, I've looked on Gumtree this afternoon. You get these like Peugeot Partners and Citroen Berlingo's or whatever, yeah, that you can fit a person 6 feet tall can sleep in one of them. We'll have a heater, have a sound system. It'd only take a decent carpenter, a joiner, and a good mechanic to make sure that's roadworthy, a full MOT, road fund. And I'm prepared. It's like they're going for about £1,000, 1,500 quid right now. These well, in America, in the States, they're on about but they buy these minivans, second-hand minivans for people to live in, and fit them out for people to live in with solar on the top as well. And they buy the van for about $3,000, which is about, if you the UK price is well, the GBP is approximately 3/4, rough, give or take a few quid. GDP price is about 3/4 of the dollar price. So like £3,000 is about $3,000 is about 2,250 quid, approximate. And you can get someone off of homelessness and into having their own little vehicle where they can have a bit of independence, and a bit of privacy and stuff like that. And live their life on their own terms. And as silly as this sounds, I've mentioned a few of my domain names before now, and there's a few in my videos. But this is how silly it is. If you was to have a freeletter.com, if someone was to actually go into like a car retailer and say, can I buy that brand new car? And I've got a 3letter.com. The car retailer would say, you having a laugh, mate? We don't take them, yeah? They wouldn't even let you put a deposit down on a car using a 3letter.com, yeah? You couldn't even buy a 2,000, you couldn't even put a deposit on a £2,000 car using a 3letter.com as the deposit. Right? You'd be told where to go, right? You couldn't go into an estate agent and say, can I put a deposit on that flat? Yeah, well, how are you going to pay? Well, I'll transfer 3letter.com. Oh no, we don't take that form of payment. And they'd tell you where to go, right, yeah? If you actually wanted to pay your bank loan off, and you said, right here, I want to pay my bank loan off, and I've got a 3letter.com, I'm prepared to actually transfer. The bank would say, we don't take that form of payment. Right? And the reason why I say that is because the 3letter.com sold yesterday, and if you look at namebio.com, namebio.com, before 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, you'll see, excuse me, that's not a code, that one sold yesterday, a 3letter.com sold yesterday for $139,000 US, which at today's GDP exchange rate is 104,000 quid. So you can't buy a car with it. You can't put a deposit on a flat with it, with a 3letter.com. You can't pay off your debts with a bank with a 3letter.com. But by selling the 3letter.com, you could have actually bought virtually, we'll give about £5 change, 2 brand spanking new Jag F-types, right? They're 55 grand each, so it's about 110, and the domain sold 105. So almost, yeah. But that's the reality, the digital reality. That's why the likes of Facebook is worth about $75 billion. Zuckerberg. Google, the pair of them, are worth about near 100 billion together. Amazon's worth about 130 billion, right here. Amazon could actually repair every road in the UK from personal wealth. Digital money, digital assets, digital land is better than traditional, prehistoric traditional methodology. Well, I don't know at that time. But society doesn't realise that. Why isn't the councils buying these little cheap Peugeot vans and just actually using their own staff to make them habitable for people to live in? Give them a free Greg's card, so they've got food, they've got warmth, shelter, a bit of a sound system, and let them just park anywhere. Anywhere's a bit of land you can put them on. Anywhere they can get, anywhere. It gets people off the street and into, okay, it's not, living in a van isn't everyone's cup of tea, but it's better than living in the street in a doorway. At least you've got heat, warm, when it rains you're still dry, when it's cold you put the heating on. Just simple things like this, and it's just like, no one recognises my domain name as having any value. But I've let now, what have I had? I've had about, since 2014, I've probably bought about, 400, yeah. But some of these I'm buying for less than a cup of tea. Sometimes I buy them for £1.14, £3. It's less than a Guinness. I'm not spending a great deal of money, and I let a load go. I've let about 3/4 go, but only one of them to sell would actually bring my portfolio back into like profitability. It's not even my job. My job is driving a van, as you know. So it's just a hobby. It's just an interest. But I'd love to be able to sell a domain name and buy a few little vans for people to live in. It's just the way I see things. I just think that And the best of it is, you see in your local papers, like, how can we deal with homelessness? How can we sort homelessness out? And they haven't got a blooming clue. And in the middle of the paper, you see £1 million houses. And I think, well, hang on, it's not, yeah? How come people can't see that there's enough wealth in society, and it's taking the likes of Amazon, Google, and Facebook to redistribute the global wealth of the world by using about a quarter. I think Facebook's got about, and Google have got about a quarter of the world's advertising dollars. Excuse me. And excuse me. So and they're giving back to society advertising dollars in exchange for content, video content on their website. It's only going to be a matter of time before people have got a YouTube channel, an Instagram channel, and they are Amazon affiliates, and they'll earn more than unemployment benefit or universal credit. At 71 quid, you'll be able to earn 100 quid a week from your YouTube, Instagram, and Amazon affiliates, which means you won't need to work. Amazon, I think, are starting to let people use their land to. If you work for Amazon, I think you can actually now park your camper van on Amazon land, which means you haven't got to pay rent, and you've got a place to park, and you've got work as well, and that will solve homelessness as well. And I just think that it's going to take the likes of Facebook and Google, and probably with the help of Walmart as well, because they've got the same interest, helping people get themselves back on their feet financially and live a better quality of life. And the best way to get out of debt is not pay rent every month, 400 or 500 quid rent plus whatever, and all your comment is by having 200 watt of solar on the roof of your car or your van. Create your own energy, no bills, and you put the 400, 500 quid you used to spend on rent and pay off your debts, and then you're completely debt free. There's people living now that have always been in debt from the beginning of time, and they'll never ever be out of debt. And that obviously can't go on, because then they can't spend, which means then if they can't spend and buy on the high street and stuff like that, there's no future in the high street. There's got to be a way. Vanlife is the way of getting people out of debt. And the councils have to understand, Universal Credit have to understand Vanlife. Refusing to understand Vanlife is stupid. It's causing more problems than it's solving. Just me waffling on about something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about, I think that digital assets will help people get off the homeless people off the street. I just think they do, because people don't recognise the value of digital assets, digital domain names, Bitcoin, LibreCoin, and all that. It is me just waffling away, but it's something I don't think it's that difficult to solve. Walmart would give free groceries away if they knew who they was giving them to. Greggs would probably do a free Greggs card to the homeless if they was approached. We're living in weird times, because there's people now making billions within 4 or 5 years. And there's people who can't feed themselves that need financial help. Even this week, I'd have paid 20 quid interest on 50 quid. Because it cost me 2 days' work to not to go to work. To turn down 2 days' work. But there's not. Universal Credit doesn't realise this. Having restrictions on Universal Credit is absolutely pointless. It solves nothing at all. Solves nothing at all. There should be businesses now where a person can go to get a fast 50 quid. Just fill out a form, just say why you need it, yeah, and it's there. So they can probably put a bit of fuel in the car, get themselves back to put a bit of food in the fridge or whatever, yeah. Just simple things they may need. They may need a bit of data to actually apply for jobs, or just simple things. But it's not there, and it should be. Anyway, that's me waffling away. Yeah, so I've had a decent day today, 14 hours. As a driver's mate, so I've had about 3 hours. I've probably done about 6 hours just sitting in the as driver's mate, doing nothing at all, watching the traffic. Because I was in a class 2, I couldn't drive the class 2, so I just sit in the passenger seat. Suits me. Tomorrow I've got a difficult day. Not looking forward to it. I've been this place before, but I've not been as a van driver. I've been as a 7.5 ton driver. And anywhere you get towards a van, you're heading towards multi-drop at some point.